It is Friday, October 7th, and the time is 12:52 p.m. And here's how my week has been. Starting off with the Forex, start off with the profit and loss. It's been a busy week to say the least, a lot of activities this week. So we started the week with 37.90. I put all my trades in Monday morning. I had some plans to be out of the house a lot this week, so I put a lot of the orders in advance. I'm trading 3,700 now, adding 1,700 for the add-on. The first three trades that I had this week were three full stops. They were quite strong stops, so it's not a good stop for the week. But luckily, the system continued to work, and I had another loss in here, another loss, but it was enough to be up to 39.27, which is a gain of 3.6% for the week, which is good for a week like this. Here's an example of how this week has been. The Kiwi, I was short R1, this is R1 over here, then added to it. And I got stopped over here right at the high tick of the day on this trade. Then I added another full trade. I'm still holding this one. And this one got stopped over here. Luckily, this one didn't get stopped because the stop was over here somewhere. And this one came back and made money. So if you stick with it, eventually it will revert to mean, and it will go back to where it needs to be, which is the midpoint, or at least close to it. So with that said, let me go ahead and go over the charts. I did take some micro trades as well, but I don't have the profit and loss to show on those, so I'll just kind of show today. There's only one I was could capture, but it was a break-even week pretty much for the macros. Starting off with the 10-year, we had moved up to R1. I didn't take this one. Then R2, I decided, okay, I can take a trade here. Still not trading the ZN because of the tick value, but I did take it on the, I took two contracts on the 10Y long here somewhere. I took a long, then added to it, I think somewhere in here, I can't remember. And it moved up, so it made a little bit of money, but not much. So the 10-year would have been short, added to it in here somewhere. It was too early really to add. I could have added in here, it would have been a better deal. If I stayed with the trade, it would have been obviously much better, but I didn't. CL was had a quite a trending week this week. It had moved up. It reacted a little bit off R1, but not much. I'd been short here. I would have taken profit in here for sure, where support is for a little bit of 84 to 82, about $200 or so. It would have been a day for me actually. But I didn't take this one. I didn't take this one either, and I'm glad I didn't, because obviously it continued. There was just a lot of news with the oil this week, and it was one of those stop-up weeks that really is not reverting to being kind of weeks. It's just going to be trending. I think it will continue until next week, even further. I think we'll see 100 next week or the week after. MES, we had R1 in here. There had been a short in here, added to it, and got stopped. Then not much in here, left all that alone. Then I was above before the news showed up. I put a limit order in here on R2. The news came in to my favor, and I was able to recover from this loss in here, back in here. MNQ, I was trading just the MNQ and the MES, and stayed away from the other instruments for now. Short, added to it, got stopped, picked it up here again, and I was able to recuperate this loss in here. M2K, pretty much the same thing. Didn't take that one today. And MYM, didn't take that one either. So here's today's profit and loss. But it's up. It's about $730 or so. But I've lost that much on the beginning of the week. with the two stops. So break even for the micros. As for the Forex, oh, I did take this trade as well. Took a short in here, moved up against me, but it's only, and this is like $80 worth of loss in here, so it's not much. It's only $1 per tick, I think, and I was able to get out of it with a limit overnight in here at the midpoint. The 6E did similar move, didn't trade it. 6B also didn't trade the 6B, and did not trade the British pound this week as well. Didn't take anything on the Aussie CAD. This would have been a good long and had plenty of chances to get in. Would have moved up to the midpoint for a 60-70 pip move, but I didn't take it. The Aussie Swissy had taken a short in here, added to it, took a little bit of heat, and finally came back, and I closed both of them in here for profit. Aussie, same thing. I moved up to R1. I took the short and didn't add to it, and I recovered in here for covered it for a profit of 71 pips. AD New Zealand, I took a long, took a lot of heat. Then end of the week, when I decided pretty much the days are pretty much finished, volatility is gone, let me close everything out and take that 3.6%. I took everything out in here at market. The Aussie Yen R1 short, and covered it back in here for 129 pips. CAD Yen short on R1 at R1, and end of week close. This would have been a much better close in here somewhere. That's what I would have taken right over here. That's what I should have done, but I didn't. And they made a little bit of profit after all, but not much. Could have been more. CAD Swissy short, added to it, took some heat, moved back. End of the week, I closed both for a combined small loss. Swissy Yen, and I didn't take anything, but this would have been a good long route over here. I guess it's overnight. I missed it. I didn't put a limit order in here for some reason. Moved up, would have done good for 97 pips. Didn't touch the yen, again stayed away from it, but this would have been a good trade. Moved up to R1, would have done back to the midpoint, would have been a good trade in here. The pound CAD would have done okay in here. That's only setup I saw. This would not have been filled, and this would have been too late for today. But this could have done okay for that's 119 pips. That's not bad actually. That's a big move. Pound yen R1. I didn't take it. I was just pointing it out in here. That would have been good for 229 pips as well. I'm still thinking the pound has some more news coming, so I stayed away from it. But I think as of next week, maybe I can get back into trading the yen. I mean the pound. R1, R2, both of them would have done good. Same thing with the pound USD. Pound New Zealand is okay long here with some draw, but it would have done okay. I probably would have exited into the week in here for a small profit if I had taken it. Euro, Aussie, long. I took a long in here and exited in the midpoint for 145 pips. Euro Swiss, short at R1 and exited here at end of the week for 56 pips. Euro CAD, long, midpoint in here, good for 128 pips. Euro New Zealand, long, I think I took two positions and I exited one in here and one in here. Now I took one in here, took a position in here. Then this is saying I added to it. I have two arrows, so one, both of them exited for a nice profit of 150 pips, and this is like 100, probably 180. Oh, not like that. Anyway, that's about it. Combined 200 pips. I'm not gonna worry about it. Euro USD, I had skipped R1, but I did take it at R2, and that was good for 56 pips. It continued to the midpoint, but at this stage you don't know. Euro Yen, I sold R1, and it was good for 140 pips. I didn't touch the pound again, I left it alone, but there was just a long in here, would have done well, and nothing here. Kiwi, Yen, I took a short in here. Didn't add to it, but I got a stop. I got stopped in here, all for loss. New Zealand CAD, R1, did not add to it, and exited for 200 pips. No, exited for 80 pips, sorry. Kiwi Swissy, I took a short in here, I added to it, took a lot of heat. Finally came back and both of them exited in the money. Stop is in here, I put this in here to show the stop. It almost made the stop, and it was very close. Kiwi, that's the one I was talking about earlier. Short, short, I got stopped. Now I got short, short. And I got stopped, then I added another one in here that was good for 95 pips. So I was a net loser because there's no way this would have made up. I think I was a net loser about $17, $18 on the Kiwi. The Swissy, I didn't take it, but that was a good long in here. Would have worked out really nicely for 162 pips. Nothing happened with the yen. And the CAD, I got stopped out. I took one long at R1, added to it at R2, got stopped on both, somewhere in here, for about 95 pips. But good week overall on the Forex, and okay week on the. Actually, it's really a good week on the micros because the trend that we saw was just absolute garbage that move up 3% each day back to back. I know it was just completely worthless, but you have to put a stop somewhere. So I'm okay with just being break even on that, and I'm glad I got an opportunity today to make up that loss. Otherwise, it would have been a losing week on the micros. That's it, and again, the levels will be published in the newsletter. That is, the link is on the home video, and eventually I'm going to get it to you have to subscribe to the newsletter and you get it by email. But for now, it's open, free for everyone.